Many blessings, reflection. Good to have you with me again today. We're going to talk about clear quartz. Clear quartz, the quartz family, is the most common mineral on our planet. And I'm open book, pretty sure that's the case, but you can always correct me if I'm wrong, leave it in the comments. We want to keep this an open discussion. We're developing our collective consciousness through this. So, with that, clear quartz is very good for communication, moving energy. So be open to communicate, move your energy around. If you have any corrections for me, please. So I have some specimens to check out today, and ranging in size and uses for them. The first one I'm going to show is this guy right here. Okay, so I did a labradorite video, and I was trying to get some flashes going on in it, and it was not happening. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see this in there, but clear quartz, what will happen is you can see the light spectrum in it. Okay, so where there's some stuff going on the inside, I'm not sure how well it's gonna come through. I'm just on a GoPro currently, but the stuff on the inside is where you're gonna see that reflect back. Okay, so as you can see, all vibratory light that we can see, right? We see very small spectrum of the actual spectrum of light with our physical eyes. Okay, our physical eyes can't see it. But with that means that this crystal can resonate with all energies. Okay, so it goes from the red all the way up into the ultraviolet. So it makes it a very effective tool to use on any level. It might not be the most powerful stone for a specific reason, but it's the most versatile. You can use it with anything. So if you are a healer of any sort, if you are a healer in the terms that you are healing yourself, this is a very good tool to use, as it will move that energy for you in whatever way you're trying to do that. Same thing, if you are a healer in terms you're healing a reflection of yourself, then use it. Whatever, if you're working with a specific energy point, this will work. It will work. Okay? And then the manner of using it. So terminations are these little pointy parts, okay? And this one is a double terminated point. So it has a point going down and points going up. It also has this guy right here hanging off the side. It did have a bigger chunk on it, which I unfortunately dropped it at one point and it broke off. All good, stuff happens. I just had to learn how to be more mindful. Obviously, the stuff still happens, but be a little more mindful with how you're handling your friends, okay? So terminations are where the energy is moving through. So this one has terminations on either side, okay? And it has this little guy hanging off too. So the energy flow that's coming off this end is stronger because it has more terminations going up than this side. Might not always be the case, but it's for sure the case with this one. And then on top of that, so when you are meditating with it or healing yourself with it, then it's depending on what you're doing, how you're trying to move the energy, okay? So this is gonna get a little off of clear quartz for a second, but your left side, so this is pictured right, but this is my left side, is my feminine side. Okay, so this is my receptive side. Okay, so when I am trying to receive the energy, whatever it may be, then I have the side that has the terminations, or the more powerful end of it, facing me. I hold it in my left hand, and then the termination's facing me, so the energy is moving inward. I'm receiving the energy. Vice versa, right side of my physical body is masculine, so if I'm trying to give the energy, then I hold it in my right hand, terminations are facing out, okay? And then breaking it down a little more just with that real quick, the right side of your brain is your feminine side, left side is your masculine. And they cross over, okay? So the right side of your brain controls the left side of your body, the left side of your brain controls the right side of your body. Really cool how life works like that, you know? Everything's intertwined. So when I'm looking to pull the energy in, boom, I'm holding it in that manner. Okay, when I'm trying to move the energy out of me, or if I'm trying to, if you're healing yourself or healing somebody else, sense what they need. You know, because you can even, it doesn't have to be only left side coming in, right? Maybe they need feminine energy, or maybe they need masculine energy. So if they need masculine energy, then it's in the right side and you're moving it that way. If they need the feminine energy, then give them the feminine energy. Hold it in your left hand. Okay? Because it's not, you can still receive feminine energy. Why not? So, you know, it's kind of a rule of thumb. Just if you are looking to pull energy in to yourself, then it's in your left hand coming in. If you're trying to move it out, right hand. Okay? So with this, I do, okay, these kinds of pieces, I mean, I like to use this just like, I use this primarily, honestly, to grid. I'm going to show you a grid in a second. So these types of pieces I like to grid with. Okay, so clear quartz, very efficient at moving energy around. And you can also, just real quick, I don't know too much on this, which I'm going to learn a lot more coming up, because I'm going to start doing stuff, but you can find clear quartz in a lot of technological stuff too, so pretty cool. But gridding, so you can, I'm going to show you a grid, you can make grids, and clear quartz is very good with that, because it moves the energy very well. So you can, and it resonates with anything, okay? So you can have, I do a lot of grids with a lot of different energies for different means, you know? So it can be a very complex grid, or it can be very simple. The one that I'm going to show you in a second is, it's not simple, but it's a little more simple, okay? I still have a lot of intention. You know, I'll layer it as much as I can with that, and I'll do a video on gridding as well. So here it is. So in this, okay, so this is the grid, okay? So this guy right here is carnelian. Everything else is clear quartz. So you'll see that here's the termination. There's a termination, there's a termination, and so on and so forth. So the energy is flowing, right? And then from that, so the energy is flowing that way. And then with the carnelian, what I have with the points here is I'm taking the carnelian energy and I'm moving it out into this flow. Okay? So what I see with this is God bless you, Ron, for this. He would always be like, dude, don't look at your things as just flat on the ground, man. They're a lot more complex than that. So I don't see this as just a circle, right? I'm seeing it as a sphere, right? So I see this as a sphere and like a torus flow that's going on. So keep that in mind, you know, go deeper meaning with your grids as you start to make it. And then the things that are on the inside are platonic cells. I won't get too much into that right now. But lots of clear quartz here. This is carnelian is the only thing in there that isn't clear quartz. Okay, so just one thing that you can work with. That's one way that you can enhance the flow. Okay, because you can have just this one little guy right here, and that's awesome. That's awesome. Nothing wrong with that. This could be extremely powerful if you, especially if you're intentional. Intentions, everything. Everything's mental. Starts up here. Okay? You can be very intentional with that and use Astarias, namaste, man. Maximize the minimum. If you only have one piece, maximize that. Maximize it. Okay? And then moving up from there. Okay? So you have smaller pieces that you can grid with. You can work with it individually, hold it in your meditations, whatever it is. Okay? There's no right or wrong. Just be intentional, be mindful, be present for why you're using it. And as you have those intentions, it's going to move even more energy. Okay? This next one I'm going to show you a lot bigger in size. Okay? This was the first really big crystal that I got this lifetime, right? And man, I love you. I love you so much. You know, help me out so much. Because again, this is a healing stone. It resonates with every vibration. So you can tap into a vibration and pull it out of you, bring it into you, whatever you balance it, however you want to use this. Okay, and then on the inside, this might be a little bit better to see the light spectrum. Like I said, the the labradorite one, and you'll see on the inside. I'm not sure. I think they're called. I don't know. They're not inclusions. I don't think they're called inclusions. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. But those, like, I don't even know how to do it. You'll see it. You know what I'm saying? That's where you're gonna see the light spectrum. So right now, and it might catch a certain energy that you need in the moment. So I'm seeing a lot of like seafoam green and like a pinky magenta color going on right in there, you know? And then I guess that's what I need right now. So generators, okay, so where that carnelian piece was in the grid, you could put this generator in there, right? So the points, it focuses the energy, okay? It's the terminated point focuses the energy. So you can use generators in a couple different manners, okay? So, and all of what I'm communicating right now is intuitive. What I'm sensing is going on as I use these. You might sense something else, and if that's what you're sensing, go with it. Okay, you must find trust with yourself, especially doing this kind of stuff. Trust yourself. Okay, so when I use generators, what I typically use them for is either in my left hand, I'm pulling energy in. Okay, and then what happens, again, this is what I sense, is that it will start collecting all that energy, all that information, all that light. Is collecting the light codes. Okay, so it's collecting all of this light codes and storing that energy. Okay, and then as it's like boom, like I'm juiced up, I'm ready to go, then you can have a grid around it, and then it's going to disperse that energy through the grid into whatever you're working with, which could be, you know, anything, because it's clear quartz. It resonates with anything. Vice versa, you could have it just, you know, representing that, right? You could have it going out, right? So you can have, so feminine energy, you're pulling it in, right? It's coming in, and you set the intention. I want to pull this energy in from the divine. You know, I want to pull this in, and then you communicate with it, and that's what this will do. That's what this will do. And so it pulls in, stores that energy, and then you may have other stones around it that aren't clear quartz, okay? And be mindful what stones are around it. Why do you have those stones or those crystals around the clear quartz? Are all those the same ones? Are they of the same, feel of vibration? I don't know. It's going to be your choice. But you can set the intention, like, I want to pull in a specific energy, whatever it may be, right? It's going to pull that in. And if you're working with that energy around, so what's going to happen is it's going to pull it in. And then as this is charged, it's going to disperse that energy into the other pieces that you're working with. So then those become extra super duper charged. Big time. And flip it around, right? You have the masculine energy. You're putting it out into the universe. Oh man, I love doing it. I love doing that. It's so good. Especially on this plane right now, we actually need people putting out those good vibes, right? So I'll make a grid. I'll make a grid that whatever energy that I'm like, okay, like right now, what I'm sensing this planet needs, or maybe not even just the planet, but like my personal space, right? Big or small, whatever you are feeling in the moment, this space needs it, okay? So I'll put those stones around it, and I'll intentionally, always intentions, set it that way, so then those stones and crystal energy move into this, and then it's going to build up that energy, build it up, build it up, build it up, boom. It's juice, and then it's going to send that straight out. Okay? Generators. And with clear quartz, you can program it, right? Like I said, your intention. Why are you doing that? Why are you gridding it? Why are you working with the energy? You always want to have a clear set intention. Find the mental purity, your center, your mental purity, and set the intention. And from there, it is going to happen. So you want to be mindful, be very choice, wise, understand the words that you're communicating. Okay? And just as much as I did a video on balance and nation building, and a lot of it was the programs that are running through your mind. Your mind is your software, your body is your hardware. Okay? So you can program your mind for your hardware to function in a certain manner, to run in a certain manner. Same thing with clear quartz. Clear quartz is exceptional at receiving programs because it resonates on every frequency. Every vibration, every energy resonates within clear quartz. Okay, so when you program, you hold it in your right hand. You are giving that crystal a program. I like to hold something that's if you and then depending on if you want to program a specific energy, whatever you want to hold in that hand, right? Whatever you want to hold in that hand that's going to enhance, you're pulling that energy into you, and then you're moving it through and you're putting it into the clear quartz. You don't have to do that. You can just set a very pure intention in your mind. Maybe you just have this right now. Maximize the minimum, right? So what I do is I hold it in my hand, I close my eyes, my physical eyes, right? So I don't have anything else coming into my physical eyes, and then I set the intention, I get a mantra, and I say it over and over and over and over and over again. And it gets to the point where I could feel my hand will start to get more warm. Like, my hand will start to get more warm, and I can start to feel it vibrate even more strongly. Like right now, especially as I find my stillness, I could feel that resonate. I feel it vibrating in my hand. It feels like it's moving around. I know it's everything's vibrating, everything, okay? But I can feel it. Even though it appears as though it's still, this is vibrating. Okay? Even though this gong appears that it's still, the atoms in it are vibrating. Okay? But crystals are living beings. This naturally came from the planet. Very beautiful. So you have smaller little pieces, right, that you can grid with, you can personally work with in whatever manner. You have generators. Okay? A different method of having cut stones. A couple different ones I'm going to show you. And the first one is this guy right here. Okay? This is a Merkaba, or a Merkaba, however you want to pronounce it. Right? So Merkaba, be choice with the words that you use. What does Merkaba mean? So Merkaba is your light spirit body. So Mer, light, Ka, spirit, Ba, body. Light spirit body. Okay? So you might be like, well, what the... First off, what the heck is this? What are you showing me? Right? So this is 2 tetrahedrons. Okay? Tetrahedron's a very sacred shape. The tetrahedron, in terms of elementals, is fire. I'm a Leo, so I really like fire. My sun sign's a Leo. I should specify that. Okay? So having the pyramid going up, right, the energy is going out, masculine, going down, this is feminine, right? So it's the balance of the masculine and the feminine. Okay? I am, on a biological terms in this lifetime, I am a male. But I have an inner female. So this, holding this, will help you balance that. Okay? Just in that essence, okay? You can set the intention of that. But Merkaba, you can do a Merkaba meditation. So to truly activate your Merkaba, you need to have balance. What do you know? That theme is just coming around all day. So balance, you need to have balance between your male and your female, right? So you need to have balance between those two. You need to have balance in your physiological form. You need to have balance in your emotions, balance and purity in your mind, and you need to be aware of your spirit. You need to be aware that we are multidimensional beings. Okay? And just in your physical form, this is displayed. Everything is reflected everywhere. Okay? So multi-dimensions. You're probably like, dude, get out of here. What are you talking about? We live in different dimensions. Your physical body is a multi-dimensional being, just as is. Right? You have up and down, you have left and right, and then forward and back. Those are 3 different dimensions that your body currently occupies. Okay? Close your eyes. Imagine your best friend from childhood. Maybe you haven't seen them for years, but you could still pull in that image of your best friend if you've trained your mind's eye. That is on a different dimensional plane than your physical eyes. Okay? So a Merkaba is a vehicle for your spirit. What happens is it starts to spin. Okay? It starts to spin. And as you have that spin, you get a different flow of energy, and then you can use that and boom, travel, journey, go somewhere, experience things, connect with other aspects of self. So self meaning everything that is, was, or ever shall be. That is you in its truest essence. Okay? So, little guy, generator, and a Merkaba. And this last guy, God bless your soul, Judy. I swear, you came in with some power tools over here. I was like, yo. So, correct me if I'm wrong again. A Vogel crystal. She gifted it to me. Didn't really tell me much. Didn't really tell me much. She's just like, here you go. I was like, all right. And we were doing a sound session. So it was like drumming, and I think it might have just been drumming that time. So we were doing like shamanic drumming. And she would always like, just like gift me so much. Man, I love you so much, Judy. I love you so much. So she gifted me this, and I was holding it in my left hand, and it was like, like I said, so I'm a crystal child. Okay? So everyone resonates with everything, but certain beings resonate more strongly with something or another, like some people are really good at painting, or some people are really good at speaking, or some people are really good at their body movements, some people are really good with creating technology, whatever it is, so people can tune into certain things because that is their divine gift. And crystals and stones happen to be an area that I'm pretty good at, So yes, I was holding this, and after the session, I literally I couldn't I couldn't let it go. It was magnetized in my hand for the longest time. It was nuts. So I'm gonna bring you back to me again. So you can see right there, right, like how it's funneling that light in. Right, we're light beings. Okay. So, you can imagine it too as like, like when we have sun, we're up kind of by Chicago currently right now. When you have sun in the area, doesn't happen too often in the wintertime here, but you can go outside and use a magnifying glass, right? And then the magnifying glass is gonna focus that light energy. Okay, and you can start a fire with a magnifying glass, and you could probably do the same thing with this if you wanted to. My guess is you probably could, because it focuses the energy. It has that specific point, so it's focusing all the energy into this point and then funneling it down to this point, and it has faceted edges, faceted sides. I don't know how many it has on it. I'm sure that signifies something. Everything means something. I don't know. I haven't counted, and that's probably something that I should do and tap into. But yeah, it's gonna focus energy in, so you can hold it in your left hand, and you're pulling in those light codes again. Okay, you're pulling in the light codes to bring into you. Maybe you want to move light codes out. I don't know. Your choice on that one. Okay. So yeah, this is if you come across one of these, very, 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 very powerful, very, very powerful. Okay, so when you use it, be mindful. Find the purity. Before you start using a very powerful tool, you must have purity. Okay, because this is gonna magnify what you think. Do you really want what you think? Maybe you do, but be mindful. Do you want what you are currently thinking to manifest? Because this is gonna happen. It's really gonna happen. Do you want that energy that you're thinking about to come into your life? Do you holding in the other hand and putting it out? Do you want what you're thinking about to be projected out into the world? Questions you may want to ask. Not may, but you want to ask those questions, okay? Especially with clear quartz. Clear quartz is going to move that energy. It resonates with anything. Anything. So clear quartz, awesome, amazing beings to live life with, okay? I'm gonna do more videos on other quartz, okay? I'm gonna do other videos on gridding. If you're looking for me to cover a specific stone or crystal, let me know. You know, I might have it. I might, you know, have some experience with it. So, you know, comment down in the link. Don't be afraid. We're in this together. I want this to be an open discussion, you know? Like if there are any corrections that you can help me with, please. I'm still learning. You know, this is a learning process for me. So yeah, much love. Much love. I love you so much. It's always good connecting with self, connecting with my reflections, you know? We're on this journey together. You know, like I said in the beginning, like we're developing more awareness of our unity consciousness. Maybe this type of stuff has been in your mind for a while and you just didn't know how to articulate it. You know? And so here I am. The universe pulled you to me. Or me to you. Either way, you know, it's happening. You're watching this video. So I love you. Keep doing your thing. Keep growing. Keep experiencing. Keep, you know, pushing yourself to really expand and grow in as many different planes as you can. It's an amazing time to live, and I'm so glad to be able to have these tools, these beings around me, these wonderful crystals around me. And one last thing that I'll mention, and I've mentioned it in some of my other videos and stuff, but the fact that energy and vibration and frequency and all that can restructure water on the molecular level, okay? And that was one of the when I came into that awareness, when it was like ding, oh shoot, yeah, that happens. That was one of the bigger drives for me to start working with crystals. Little did I know that I was a crystal child at the time, you know, like I wasn't aware of that at that point in my life, you know, in this incarnation. But the crystal energy is going to help to restructure you. The water in your body, right? So the more you can have those energies around you, then the more your water in your being and everything else, you know, because it's reflected, you know, that as you are structured in a certain manner, then your energy is going to be structured in a manner. Your mind will be structured in a manner. Your spirit will be structured in a certain manner. Okay? So yeah, have fun. Have fun. Have fun. I love you. Till next time.